on digital radio, on the app, on your smart speaker, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.tv, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Football in January.
The update presented by the Sportscast.
To the Sportscast, January 26, 2024. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels: YouTube, Twitch, X, and Apple Podcast. You can also listen to us on your smart speaker. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. We're also on online digital radio. You can also visit our website, thesportscast.net. Also, follow us on X and Instagram at the Sportscast1, and check out our app, the Sportscast, for the iOS App Store. It is Championship Sunday. Actually, one of my favorite weekends of all year, and I can't think of any other person to preview this weekend but Ray Sherrod for the Bay Area. Welcome back to the Sportscast.
Thank you, Santiago. Thanks for having me here. What is up, man? I'm excited. It's conference time. Yes, baby, conference. Woo!
Before we head into the preview, we're going into some headlines first. But let's. I want to hear your opinion over what happened with San Francisco beating the Green Bay Packers. A little bit of a recap from your end. Obviously, the San Francisco 49ers beat Green Bay 24-21. It was a close game. Jordan Love was hot after beating the Cowboys. They brought that energy to Levi Stadium, but San Francisco was able to contain them and win the game. But I want to hear your recap.
Well, first of all, man, I'm not a hater. I got to give respect to Love and Jones and all those guys. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried in the beginning. They looked like he was throwing the ball good. They looked good. The Packers looked great. And but we also have to, the Niners did some stupid penalties. I think there was one time when the Packers was like 3rd and 16 and they were way in the back. I think it was Thomas or one of our defense players held him. Just hugged him, almost kissed him. And what happened? They got their first point. And I was like, oh my God, these penalties were killing us. But then Debo went down, and I was like, oh my God. And I was getting really worried. But then CMC started stepping up. You see Ayuk getting some passes. You saw Ray McLeod. You saw Jennings. We stuck in there. We did what we had to do to win the game, and I'm happy. I'm excited. Was it a beautiful win? No, but hey, you know what? My man, 252 touchdown. I'll take that. Christian McCaffrey, 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'll take that. Kittle with a touchdown. I'll take that. We stepped up when one man's down, next man up, and we won the game, and we're on to the conference title. Remember, the Super Bowl goes to Santa Clara, and I'm sorry, all you Lion fans, we gonna bring it. We gonna bring it Sunday. So that's where we're at.
There you have it. San Francisco race recap, of course, Niners, but we'll get into the preview when they face against Detroit a little bit later in the show. Let's go into some news. Obviously, a huge coaching carousel going on. Big shock. Atlanta interviewed Bill Belichick twice.
Mm-hmm.
This guy named Raheem Morris got the head coaching job. He used to work for Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And he was recently defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. I think Ray's very familiar with them. Your thoughts over this surprising? I don't know if it's surprising, but kind of, hey, what happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Well, first of all, the owner was in both of those interviews, and he actually liked the player. But the other management was like, dude, he's asking way too much. What is that?
I guess Ray's got some.
Turn it off. And got it. He came in there asking for way too much. way too much. My son, his speaker just connected into mine. So let me turn him off real quick.
The robots are on.
Yeah, let me turn him on.
Yeah. So let me here read the story. Los Angeles allowed 337.9 yards and 22 points per contest with 15 takeaways under Morris in 2023. So he did well with the Rams defensively. The team also accumulated 41 sacks despite using 20.70% of its cap space on defense, according to Spot Track. Only the Raiders and tight ends spent less on their respective defenses. But Morris will bring that defensive side to Atlanta. They got rid of
Bill Belichick came in there wanting too much, man, and he was like, "I not only want to be here, but I want your job. I want your job." He wanted more control, and they were telling Art like, "Nah, dude. Like, I mean, we can't bring him." And I think he just wanted too much, and it just didn't work out. But I have a team I think will work out that I think he should go to.
Is it related to Aaron's team?
Of course, of course, and me and Aaron actually talked about it, and I think, I mean, DC. I think he should go to DC because you got a new owner. You do
Josh
have
Harris.
you got some players. They got good players there. They were doing in some of those games they lost were very close games. Plus, they got money. They got money to spend.
And they
So
need a
that
quarterback.
they ne- they need a quarterback. Now, don't get it twisted. He ain't coming in with Tom Brady. He's not coming in with Wes Welker or Grunt, none of those guys. The proof is in the pudding, guys. Since Tom Brady left, he hasn't really, his winning percentage has not been that great, but he's still Bill Belichick. You got to give him his props, but I think he should go to Washington. I thought he was going to go to the ATL, but I knew he was going to come in there and want control because if you've been coaching as long as he has, you feeling yourself. You come in, I want control, and they just didn't want to give him that the control and probably money.
Yeah, money too. I think, as I want to reiterate what Ray said, Bill Belichick was the GM as well with the Patriots and the coach. So that's probably something that, hey, if I come to Atlanta, I want that front office role as well. I mean, some people say Bill was not a good GM with the Patriots. Maybe with Tom Brady, he was, because Tom Brady was able to attract those players in to that organization. But yeah, as we were talking about, Washington still has an open head coaching position. I don't know if anyone's interviewed for that job. Maybe a few assistants. And then you got Seattle, but it looks like it's going to be more of that guy Quinn from
Yeah,
the Cowboys. I think he might be going there. He had 2 interviews already, so I don't know if
Quinn.
they'll
I
stop.
think Quinn. I think Quinn will be in Seattle. I think Quinn will be in Seattle.
I wonder what Jeff thinks about that.
He ain't got a choice. He doesn't have a choice, man. That guy's tired of getting let down every wild card match. Time for him to move on.
No NFC championships since 1995. All right, let's go to the other hiring. The Panthers got a coach. This guy named Dave Canales. He was the offensive coordinator
Yes.
for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Young guy from Southern California. He'd
Yeah.
worked well with quarterback Baker Mayfield during his first year as an NFL offensive coordinator. Big promotion, not as huge as Mike McDaniel to the Dolphins, but he definitely opened up some eyes. Now working with David Tepper in the Panthers. Would this be a good pick for the Panthers? What do you think? Good hire, I mean.
You know what? It all depends. I mean, I'm happy that this young man has an opportunity. Um, Especially I mean, he's getting a chance. He's getting a chance, and hopefully he can work with the young quarterback, and they can do something. So really, honestly, don't know. It's hard. I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh no, he's gonna be horrible." I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully but we do know this: Panthers need some leadership and they need some help because they were horrible.
Atrocious, last in the NFL.
Horrible. So
2
so
wins
hope
or 1 win?
yeah, no, I think it was two, maybe two. Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
think
bad.
two. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And
So yeah, so as Ray said, he has to work with Bryce Young. It might be a do or die season for him at Carolina. Like our other contributor in the Jersey Boys, he says, is a car crash waiting to happen for Bryce Young, but maybe with this coach, he might turn things around.
we'll see. I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm just like I said, I'm happy that this young I like, giving these young guys a chance because you never know, man. He could just be what they need. I mean, look at Ryan's what he did with the Texans and a rookie quarterback. Um, um he might be good. So we'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see what happens.
And you got to draft. That's what the draft is there for. Get the players that you need to help this kid out.
And you need a good GM to draft.
That's true. That is true. That's true.
Yesterday, NFL released their finalists for the MVP. Two 49er players are in this list. With Ray's pretty happy. Josh Allen from the Bills, quarterback. Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Ravens. McCaffrey, San Francisco 49er, and Brock Purdy. And finally, Dak Prescott made it on the list. I don't know if he's made it before. But Ray, what are your thoughts? Everyone's picking McCaffrey. All my friends are. Then Lamar. But who do you think? What do you think about this list first?
Wow, you guys gonna, you'll call me a homer if I go with Brock Purdy, but you know what, man? I'm gonna give him his flowers, man, and it's gonna probably shock a lot of people, but Jamar Jackson, man, you gotta
Jamar or
look.
Lamar?
I'm sorry, Jamar. Hello, Lamar Jackson. Lamar, yeah, hello. I'm still sipping on my coffee.
Hey, it's 9 a.m. in San Francisco. That's early for San Francisco.
Exactly. Lamar, I got to give it to Lamar Jackson, man, because if you look and see where he was last year, he got hurt, he came back, and his numbers are killing it. I mean, just look at they got the best record this year, their team. They kicked my team's butt. He can not only throw the ball, folks, but he can run. He is their quarterback slash running back for this team, and I got to give him his props. And then who I would put in second would be Christian McCaffrey, because Christian McCaffrey he can do it all as well. But Lamar, man, he's been healthy, he's been there, and he's doing his thing. So I got to give it up for Lamar Jackson. Give it up to Lamar.
Which, keep in mind, these performances are for the regular season, nothing to do with the playoffs. So whatever Dak did, horrible game, does not count towards against him. So we'll see what happens there. I like. I mean, me personally, Ray, I'm pretty much between Lamar and McCaffrey. Those are my top two choices,
and that's where I'm at. We're there, and like. This man in CMC, he can run. He can catch.
That run against the Packers, that touchdown was monster.
He did a monster run. When we needed something. Did you see that run? What was that, about 30-something yard run?
That was a lot of yardage.
I was like, I jumped I had nachos, and my just went everywhere. I was like screaming. I was on my knees and I was like, yes, Lord, thank you.
Cherry Mountain Dew.
Oh man, I was screaming, yes, thank you, Lord, thank you, because I was praying. Oh man, I was like, please, CMC,
please, God.
And he delivered. He delivered
Big time. That's why he's an MVP candidate. So we'll see what happens. I believe the journalists vote, or the coaches. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a few days. Another big hire of the week: Jim Harbaugh goes to Los Angeles Chargers. He'll be joining Justin Herbert, and that team is going to be rocking, amazing, I think. But your thoughts? I mean, this was like a open secret, open rumor. Chargers, interviewed some other people, but Harbaugh was the clear favorite.
Yeah, where do you think he started at?
That's right. He was a quarterback there.
He was a quarterback. I think this is an excellent hire. I mean, when he was here in the Bay Area coaching the 49ers, who's better than us? Nobody. I mean, that was the chant on the radio. It was the chant in the stadiums. He was good. And then he went to Michigan, and you saw what he did in Michigan. And I think this is great. I think this is great for Herbert, man, Herbert. I think this is great for the team and the city out there in LA. This is good. This is good. He's a good coach. He's a good
Good
coach.
coach. I believe I've heard he's signing him for a
Yeah, nice.
5-year contract, so he's
Yeah,
going to be really paid well. So we'll
yeah,
see what happens. He's going to bring some coaches from Michigan, so I'm looking
yeah.
forward to see what's going to happen. AFC West is AFC West in play. As long as Mahomes is still there, I don't think so.
Let me tell you something, man. That you can only be on top for so long. All right, just remember that. Look at Detroit. Look. Would you look at the beginning of the year? Would you say Detroit would have been the top team?
I would
I
not
mean,
guess. I would not bet on
no, no,
from Detroit at all.
no. I mean, I didn't see that coming. So you never know, man. When you have the right leadership and and have you just you can see when you see a team like last year, you saw something in them last year, and now you're seeing it this year. And yeah, and like I said, you can only be on top. Look at my Golden State Warriors. You can only be on top
For so long.
for
Yeah,
so
we'll
long.
see what happens. That team is ready. They got receivers. I think their defense is okay, I heard, but we'll find out. Jim Harbaugh coming back to the NFL, hasn't been to San Francisco 49ers. Ray has the blessing. He's a good coach for Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm happy. I knew he was gonna look. Little brother's out there freezing on the out there in Baltimore. Everybody was like, "Man, he's coming out. He's coming out to the West, man. He know how it is out here, the weather out here. So he's
He
coming
doesn't
out."
want Atlanta.
No.
Well, there you have it. We'll see what happens. Another situation going on in Miami. They let go. They parted ways. Vic Fangio. He's rumored to go to the Eagles. He's one of the best defensive coordinators, in my opinion, in the NFL. And looks like the Eagles are going to hire him as a defensive coordinator. Classic coach. Used to coach for the Broncos. Your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. I think he was a scapegoat, man, out there in Miami. But when you have an amazing offense team, defense, got to do their part, and unfortunately, they didn't do it, and so of course you got to get fired. Hope he does good in the Eagles, because the Eagles, they need somebody to spark them up.
Harrigani's coming back.
Yeah, I know, but they get their offense is great, man. There's just I'm telling you, people, there was something going on with up here with Jalen Hurts. He just wasn't the same, and this just something wasn't right. And you got to remember, he didn't have Antonio Brown. The swag was gone. He just didn't have that swag that he had in the beginning, and then they just lost matches towards the end, and they lost the biggest match that they need. They got woo, man.
Which coach will most likely be hired, Ray? Mike Vrabel or Bill Belichick?
I'd hop on Bill Belichick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I hop on him. Hop on him. But he might just, what, folks, he can say, you know what, screw the NFL. I'll just take a year off. I could take a year off, man. And
there'll be another 8 teams with head coaching vacancies next season as well.
Yeah, but
a possibility.
But you got to understand, though, also, I think what's hurting him is that what he wants. I think he's going to have to not, like, all right, he wants too much. And I think he's going to have to take away some of the things that he wants from the teams, and he'll get hired.
No GM, just give me a head coaching position.
Because you got
15 wins.
You got to understand, when you give somebody, okay, not only you're going to be the coach, but you're going to be this, and you're going to make all the decisions and everything like that. That's a lot of hats. That's right. A lot of things he has to do. And sometimes that could be a good thing, and sometimes that could really, really hurt. Plus, people that already had that position, they got to go. Somebody's job's going to get lost, and he's going to take it. And I guess in Atlanta, they said, no, sorry.
No more. Well, there you have it. And finally, not Bill Walsh, sorry. Brian Callahan is going to Tennessee. He came from the Bengals. Defensive coordinator. That was a quick hire.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the offense. You know, you got Chase, and you got Burrow, and you had Higgins and Boyd and Nixon Mixon. I mean, those guys um are studs, and he was the one that was, you know, calling up them plays and stuff. And they got to remember, they went to the Super Bowl. They went to this. They didn't win it, but they went. And I think that was a good pick. I think that was a good pick.
Well, there you go. We got more picks to go. We got 2 more games left before the Super Bowl. Ray, are you ready to rumbo?
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get this show on the road. All right. First game, AFC Championship game, 3 p.m. Eastern. This time is in Baltimore, where the top-seeded Ravens will host the defending champions, Kansas City Chiefs, who seems to have a standing reservation for this game. The one stat you need to know, Ray, Baltimore is fourth team since 1970 merger to have a first-time All-Pro quarterback and the number 1 scoring defense. The previous 3 all won the Super Bowl. Quarterback matchup, Ray, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are the first former MVPs under 30 to meet in the playoffs. And assuming Jackson wins this year's MVP award, which we picked, they have claimed 4 of the past 6. Mahomes leads their all-time series 3-1. But this will be the first time in a postseason matchup. Who do you have? The Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens, Ray.
Got to go with the Ravens, man. He can throw it up or he can run. What is he going to do? And I think that's going to confuse some of the defense players because the man can run, folks. Lamar Jackson, you don't know what he's going to do. He's a nightmare. And Flowers and all those guys. Hell, he's getting Drew back. He's getting his tight end back too, folks.
Mark Andrews is active officially as of this morning.
So I got to go with, and I used to live in Baltimore, so I'm going.
No way.
I lived everywhere. I'm going with Baltimore Ravens. Let's go.
He's going with the Baltimore Ravens. I got the Kansas City Chiefs, Ray. I believe in playoff Mahomes. There's such a real theory on that. He's gonna take it. It might be a squeaker like the Bills, but I think Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, and Andy Reid might retire after this season, so they might be paying for the coach. So we'll see what happens. Another fluke again for the Ravens. Let's go to the West Coast, Bay Area, the NFC Championship game in San Francisco, Levi Stadium, where the Super Bowl favorite 49ers will host the Lions, the underdog darling of the playoffs. Ray knows that. The one stat you need to know, Ray, Detroit is an NFL record 11-game road losing streak in the playoffs. That's good for you. With his last such victory coming in 1957. That win came against none other than your San Francisco 49ers. And a week later, the Lions won the NFL championship. Could history repeat itself? Quarterback matchup. Jared Goff, number 1 pick, defeated fellow number 1 picks Matthew Stafford and Baker Mayfield to captain the Lions to the first NFC title game in over 30 years. His next challenge, you guys, Brock Purdy. So what's going to happen is going to be CMC, big, huge player in that field. Detroit, they have a lot of young players. David Montgomery, Jamar Gibbs, a lot of offense. Ray, Lions at San Francisco 49ers. Who do you have?
Come on, man. You know I'm rolling with the Niners. Sorry, Detroit, but guess what? That clock is going to strike, and your Cinderella story is done. Done. Niners, baby. Niners.
1957 was the last time.
Yeah, and guess what? Sorry. Dude. Ray, you are wrong. That's my shout out to Simply Pone Gaming. That's my brother SPG. I'm sorry, SPG. I'm sorry to all you guys out there. But guess what? Brock, look, man, we're gonna get Debo. We got Ayuk, we got CMC, we got Kittles, we got weapons. I know they have weapons too. They got Montgomery, they got
Jamar Gibbs, Lamar Brown.
They got weapons, but folks, do you understand our defense? I know they got Hutchinson. I know that he's going to be running after Brock. But guess what? We got Bosa. We got Fred Warner. We got people too. And we're going to be coming after Goff, boy. We're going to be coming after him. But I'm telling you, Niners, Ravens, Super Bowl. Book it.
The Dream Super Bowl. Brock Purdy versus Lamar Jackson. Question is Debo going to be active this weekend, just like Mark Andrews? What have you heard?
He'll be all right. He'll be okay. He'll be all right, man. He'll be all right. It's not fractured. It is not broken. It's not fractured, folks.
He's playable.
He's playable. It's sprained. Put some dirt on it. Get out there.
Get up. Walk it off.
And if that's the case, guess what? Next, you saw with the Packers game. It's next man up. We are all right. We got receivers. We got it. We got McLeod. We got Ayuk. We got Jennings. We got guys that can step up.
Detroit needs something other than corruption. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's true.
I'm sorry, man. Get them brown paper bags ready, folks. Get them brown bags ready. The weather's gonna be nice. So the last game, it was wet, it was rainy. It
was really rainy.
Our own players were slipping on the ground.
That's the worst weather you can get in San Francisco.
So I think it's gonna be nice weather Sunday. So
it's Sunday night.
Sunday night, yeah. I'll give it like a. It's gonna be a score. It's gonna be scoring. You're gonna see that scoreboard up, but I'm gonna probably go with like a 33-24 Niners.
33-24. That's like by a touchdown.
Exactly.
No field goal misses, right?
Nope.
This time.
I hope not, boy. Let me tell you, you might see me jump out on that field and choke the head coach, man. Oh, and
you going?
My heart, no, man, I ain't going. I'm gonna be right here in front of the 75-inch. I got my tray over here. I'm gonna have popcorn, nachos. I'm gonna have some cherry. What is it? Some cherry Coke or cherry 7-Up, something like that. I'll be happy.
No Mountain Dew Cherry Rush.
No. I'm gonna switch it up. This Sunday.
They don't sell that no more, don't they?
Who's that? They got cherry Pepsi. I know they got cherry Pepsi.
Okay. Well, there you have it. I think the best game is going to be the Ravens and the Chiefs. No pun intended. That's going to be a duel.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, Lamar is out to prove. He got a lot to prove because everybody said that this is his year, and he's won MVPs, folks. He's tired of being MVPs. He wants to get to the Super Bowl.
He wants to get a real trophy.
Wants to get a real trophy, and this. And if it's his time, this is his time, folks. This is his time, and my heart goes out to Josh Allen, man, because that kicker. Oh man, they were so close, man.
I know. What a game. That was a good game. It's always a good game when you see the Chiefs and Bills. Everyone has to stop. I think there was high TV ratings for that game. So
it was. I
mean, you watched it. Right?
I watched it, and I really felt sorry for the mafia out there, man. The Buffalo Mafia. God, I felt sorry for him because that's the worst way to lose is when your kicker just kicked it far right. It's horrible.
In their home stadium. He knows that win. He knows that stadium.
Yeah. That's incredible,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. This weekend started at 3 p.m. Eastern, Kansas City at Baltimore, then 6 p.m. or 6:30, Lions at San Francisco. 49ers. It's going to be an exciting game. And both games are going to be good. I think Kansas City game in Baltimore will be bigger, but, that's just me. But anyways, Ray, what is the best way to reach you online to ask you, hey, if San Francisco wins, what are you going to do after?
My x.com is ray3473.com, or you can get me on Threads, ray3473. That's where you can find me. And then I do a Tuesday night podcast with Aaron, and we talk about football. And so, yeah, guys. And you guys, please make sure to Check out the Sportcast and all the content creators on it. It is really knowledgeable. It's great. These guys, what they do here at the Sportscast. So please
And
follow.
happy birthday to Mr. Orocho. He turns 58 today. Victor Orocho.
Happy birthday, Victor. You guys check him out.
You check out the show on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. He's celebrating. He's not answering phone calls right now. I'm kidding. Anyways, you can reach us at thesportscast.net or the Sportscast One on Twitter and also X and also Instagram. And Ray's on Thread, so watch out for that. Anyways, another good week of football. One more to the big game. Ray, I appreciate you coming on to the Sportscast.
Appreciate you guys. Let's go Niners.
Let's go.